While traveling across Bolivia, I searched for compelling stories to investigate. One place that caught my attention is the city of Potosi. It is home to one of the most important mountains in the country, abundant with natural minerals, particularly silver. However, due to the lack of government regulation, the mines in Potosi are considered some of the most dangerous in the world, with miners having an average life expectancy of only 40 years. I couldn't ignore this place, and I decided to hop on the bus and witness the monster myself.
What a beautiful day it is! And what does that mean? That means that we're going to continue our journey. Today we will make our way to the town that consists of the world's most dangerous mine. It's a town rich of the Spanish colonial history, and it has a tragic fate into it. First things first, let's find transportation and start our journey. Today, for the first time, we're riding a minibus. Let's see what that's going to be like. A very spacious sit here, and we're actually leaving on time. It's 11:30. We have a nice dog over here as well.
I took off from a town named Uyuni, next to the world's largest salt flat. Check out my previous video to find out more about it. The scenery is not so exciting on the western part of Bolivia. However, as we got deeper into the Andes, the views began to change, but still a bit boring. Of course, just like any other journey, how can a day go by without any surprise? While the driver was working hard to fix the engine, some passengers were taking care of other business.
Now, this is the downside of taking these minibuses that are really old, that you get stuck in the middle of the mountains, pretty much of nowhere. I guess today is our lucky day, because he managed to fix it by himself.
Besides the bus being really old, keep in mind that we are going up to the second highest city in the world, at 4,000 meters above sea level.
We made it to the city of Potosi. That was quite a ride. I was really worried we're gonna break down again. But it took us 4 hours and we're here, safe and sound. This city is really high. It's around 4,000 meters. It's really cold, 10 Celsius. And we're looking for the infamous mountain. It's somewhere around here. That's gonna be our hunt.
As I began to wander the streets, I noticed the contrast between the colorful colonial style buildings, such as the ones you are seeing now, and the dull modern architecture that you can find all over Latin America.
I think I see the famous mountain. Check this out. And it's all messed up because people have been exploding the dynamite all over this place. Well, Potosi was founded in the 1500s by the Spanish. They managed to exploit silver from here for multiple centuries until mid-1800s. But at that time, the Spanish Empire really benefited from the city, and they said this used to be the wealthiest town in all of the world. It's getting dark really fast here and it's raining, so I'm going to have to put off our investigation for tomorrow.
I spent the night at Los Valores for $20. It's a comfortable hotel with good breakfast, but the rooms were very cold.
Buenos dias, nomads, and today we are unlucky because it's raining and it's much colder than yesterday. And check out the creation that I have on my shoes. And same thing with this guy, he uses the trash bag for a hat to protect his hat. Well, let me introduce you to the town that goes by the name of Potosi. And this city transformed not only the Spanish Empire, but the whole world. Only after 50 years of founding the Americas, this town provided about 60 to 80% of all of the silver. And this is the reason why it's the most preserved colonial town on all of Bolivia. Check this out. The cathedrals, the buildings, the palaces, everything is in an excellent condition and looks very, very rich. And all that wealth is thanks to this mountain that is hiding in the clouds behind me. And it goes by the name of Cerro Rico, that translates directly to the rich mountain.
Look at this monstrosity, positioned at 4,700 meters above sea level. It's so symbolic that it's even on the Bolivian flag. As the story goes, the silver was discovered accidentally by a Spanish miner while he was searching for an Inca shrine. This lucky find made Spanish Empire rule the world. After the mining operations began, Potosi's population grew to more than 115,000, making it one of the largest in the world.
In order to extract that silver, they needed the indigenous people, and also they brought African slaves. And most of them, they didn't survive, and that's because of the high altitude and the cold temperatures. And of course, the harsh conditions inside the mines.
What drove demand for silver is the currency system that switched from paper to silver coins, with China being at the forefront. However, by 20th century, the accessible silver was finished and private companies began to excavate other materials. Failure to maintain the mines, government forced them to shut down operations.
So the locals took this up into their hands and they started mining on their own. Unofficially, illegally, they're extracting here not only silver, because it's really deep, but also zinc, tin, and lead. And that is the main economy of the city.
Around 15 to 20,000 people continue to work in the 400 mines. Due to poor worker conditions such as lack of protective equipment against dust, primitive tools, dynamite explosions, and fragile soil, they have a life expectancy of around 40 years.
And the locals are conducting tours inside the mine, which is a little bit questionable. Well, my friends, let me tell you my personal opinion just for once. The Spanish obviously invested quite a lot in this town. You can tell by the architecture all around this town, and the churches are really significant and massive. But unfortunately, after the collapse of Spanish Empire, they just left this place. They took all the silver, they took all the minerals, whatever that was available here, and they left. They didn't leave the local people nothing except these buildings. That's quite a tragic story of a town that was one of the richest in the world 500 years ago. But nowadays, it's flourishing because of illegal mining. That was a small history lesson. I hope you liked it. And now we're off to the next town.